Hello everybody, welcome. Today we're going to be recapping the latest episode of The Bachelor Season 27 Episode 4. So let's get right into it. Before we get right into it though, don't forget to subscribe and like the video so we can be talking about all of the future episodes. But let's get into week 4. Okay guys, so it's a brand new week. All the girls are looking forward to a fresh start, now that Christina is gone. Jesse walks in and tells them that it's time to go international because they are heading to the Bahamas and they are all super excited. It is one of the things that I definitely look forward to in The Bachelor is when they go to like cool new places. And once they arrive there in the Bahamas, the date card goes to Kat and it says, "How deep is our love?" She's happy, super excited, but Greer starts crying in front of everybody. She's the one that got the first impression rose, but it feels like maybe he's forgetting about her, which I kind of do feel bad for her. But I mean, this is how the show works, and I do think it put Kat in a really uncomfortable position. And by Greer crying like right as soon as Kat got the date card, I do feel like she kind of stole Kat's moment just for a little bit, and it definitely made Kat feel uncomfortable. But moving along, though Kat goes on the date, they are in a boat, and wow, Zach is totally digging her. I mean, the physical attraction is like definitely there. He can't stop kissing her. They dance, they laugh, and they go in the water. Back with the other girls though, they're very upset, especially the ones who haven't gotten a one-on-one yet. Anastasia, who says that she feels like he doesn't even like her. He says that she feels like he has his favorites. Now, they do get the card for the group date, and it says, "It's time to turn up the heat." Brooklyn isn't on that group date, so that means that she's going to be getting the one-on-one. But back to Kat and Zach. They're finishing their day. It's later. They're opening up, and they're being very vulnerable. She shares that she didn't have a good relationship with her mom. That kind of reminded me of Gabby for a little bit. And she's telling him that she does want that traditional family. She gets very emotional and cries because she fears, because he does come from that traditional family. So maybe it would be difficult for her to adjust, but she wants that. And I gotta say, I do love how Zach is able to listen and help pick her back up, because opening up like this is hard. So I give him props for his reaction. And without a doubt, he gives her the rose. And then they go and they kiss under the fireworks. And honestly, I think that thus far, this has been probably the best one-on-one date the entire season. And then it is time for the group date. They begin by playing some live music and dancing, just hanging out, having some drinks and some food. This girl named Gabby, though, she's feeling a little bit left out because she's allergic to shellfish, and pretty much all they're eating is shellfish. But remember Anastasia, who I mentioned earlier? She is trying her hardest to make Zach notice her, and it's kind of embarrassing at some point, and all the girls are mad about it. Then this girl named Kylie goes to steal him. And generally when someone says, "Can I steal you for a minute?" they say sure. But Anastasia was like, "No, give us a couple minutes." And Kylie, she just stood there and told Anastasia, "I don't want to fight you, but I really want to talk to him." And eventually Anastasia does leave, although she's very mad. Now, Anastasia's going around telling everybody that she feels scared because Kylie said to her, "I don't want to fight you." So of course Anastasia is taking this way out of proportion. But it's later, and all the group day is hanging out, and each is having little private conversations with Zach. And Kylie brings up rumors that she heard about Anastasia talking over and over again about Instagram followers. So Zach is super worried and goes to talk to somebody else, and she seems to confirm it. So he goes and gets Anastasia directly. He asks her point blank, "Are you here for Instagram followers?" And she vehemently denies it and says that she has mentioned that she works for companies and she is a social media influencer, but she has never said anything else, that she's here just for that reason. And he says that that is his biggest fear. So I understand him questioning it. And when Anastasia returns, it's really awkward, but she confronts the girls. And I gotta say, I feel like Kylie was just stirring up the pot because it was hearsay, because she didn't actually hear Anastasia said it. so it didn't really count. So I was like, this is going to be the beginning of like arch enemies, Anastasia versus Kylie. And then the group date goes to Ariel, who he really likes being around. Every time they talk, like they really connect, so I like that. And Anastasia starts crying because she feels like she's being sabotaged, but I still don't fully trust her. And Kylie says that she fears that Anastasia is not going to be vindictive and come back for revenge. But I'm thinking maybe you shouldn't have said anything since you didn't actually hear it. Then the next day we see Brooklyn's one-on-one. They ride some dirt bikes back with all the other girls. There is big tension, like I said, with Anastasia and Kylie. So that was inevitable. But going back to Zach and Brooklyn, they're having a fun chat. You can tell that she's not like 100% comfortable, which is totally understandable because it is their first one-on-one. But Zach is determined to get there. And it's later in the day. She then opens up and shares some of like the daddy issues that she had, but specifically how that transmitted into her latest relationship, which included negative things like even physical, between like he would physically attack her. And she says that it's honestly a miracle that she was even sitting there right now because she was in such a dark place and she didn't know her own strength, but luckily she does now. And I would have never guessed that all that happened to her, everything that she shared. So you really never know what somebody has gone through. And he tells her that he is eager to continue to build a relationship and gives her the rose, and then they have some like live romantic music that they dance to. We then jump to the rose ceremony. Zach pulls Anastasia on the side and she says that she feels horrible that he believed any of it. And she reiterates that she is here for the right reasons. But he says that he can't discredit what the other people have been saying to him. That's where I disagree with him because he did the same thing with Christina. He can't be swayed by what other people say. He needs to figure it out himself because he's saying that he can't dismiss what the other women said, but he is now dismissing what Anastasia is saying and how she's defending herself. So that's where I don't like the route that Zach has been taking this far. And he ends up sending her home. He tells the others and then he goes and has like little chats with all of them. And I gotta point out again though, that girl that he had the first one-on-one in this week, Kat, they have the strongest chemistry. And honestly, like I get it because she's hot and she's nice. So she's definitely going to make it far, I can tell. And Jesse tells him then after a few more other conversations that the party is over. And Kaylee, the snitch, is crying and says she wants to go home because she didn't have a chance to talk to him. And she has that fear. And then finally, a rose ceremony concludes the episode, and the women that did not receive a rose are Genevieve and Davia. They didn't get that much screen time, so it's not too shocking, but they are really sad, especially Davia, and I get it. But for the ones left, they are actually going to London next week, so this little international adventure continues. I gotta say, this episode I think is probably the best so far this season. I mean, I really have been liking that each episode we've been getting 2 one-on-ones and a group date. A lot has been going on, and I feel like even though I disagree with how Zach has been doing a lot of things, I think he really is on a mission. So I do appreciate that. And it looks like something's going to happen next week. Like he's going to like have to leave. Something will go down, but we're going to be right here talking about it and discussing what's going on. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you guys agree with me? Do you disagree? Let me know. And like I said, I'll catch you guys next time. Y'all have a great one. Bye.